here back with another episode of Successful Marketing, Sales, and Relationships for adult small business owners and entrepreneurs, where we help you sell what you make. I'm your host, best-selling author SaDon Long, and we are officially 16 days away from Christmas. So, with that being said, I know you guys are tuning in because you need to know what to do to boost your sales over these next 10 to 15 days. So, I'm going to share with you some stuff that I've actually been sharing with people who've been paying me to share my wisdom, strategies, principles, and practices. So I'm going to give you, as they say, some of the secret sauce. So here we go. With 16 days left to Christmas, if my sales weren't where I wanted them to be, the first thing I would figure out is what's been working and what hasn't been working. Now, for a lot of people, they don't even know, they don't check, they just look and see what, is in their bank account and they say, well, that's enough or that's not enough. But the people who are doing really well this holiday season, especially people who have been doing this for a long time, the difference is they know what's working and what's not. So for example, if your emails are working, then great. Which ones worked well? Which ones do I need to send again? Which ones do I maybe need to rework and send another version of the same thing? Which ones didn't work? Okay. So now the ones that didn't work, maybe I don't send those again. Or maybe I change the headline. Social media. Okay. If you've been putting out content, this is a great time to start looking at what content was working, what topics were working, and figure out which ones were the best. And maybe I need to re-release those that are working for me and then try to make more similar to that. Now, if you don't have any that's working, then you might have a different problem. And if you got a different problem, it might be what you're saying. And maybe you're not saying it clear enough. Maybe you're not talking about things that your audience wants to hear or needs to hear in order for them to get the best results for their life. I had a conversation with a client and she was sending out emails. And it was like, okay, cool. But are they opening them? Okay. Have you gotten any phone calls from them? Okay. Was anybody even mildly interested? Because if they're not, okay, then maybe we need to change something. Maybe we need to switch topics. Maybe we need to go to something more current that is going to excite them, that is going to entice them or persuade them to open an email. Or we could just keep sending emails and wasting our 29 or 49 or 59 bucks a month and getting no return on our investment. That's pretty much where we are at this time of year. It's either we do what works and we do more of what works, or we don't. And like I said, the same thing goes for your social media. If you got views that are 400 or 500, 4 or 5,000, 10,000, because they're all, people are all at different levels who watch this, but no matter what it is, and then you got other ones that are in the hundreds or low hundreds or even under 100, figure out why the one you posted was so successful or more successful than the others. I know for me, I could start looking at different words, different phrasings. Like the word millionaire always seems to get better views. Videos about current events always seem to get more views. Reaction videos to things that are happening in the community always seem to get more views. So if those are the ones that are getting more views, and views is your goal, then you do those. Now, here's a little secret about views that me and my clients always talk about, because a lot of times I got clients who are just like, man, I'm not getting enough views. Okay. If you're not getting enough views, here's what I need you to understand. There's a difference between views and true views. Now, true views are people who might actually buy something. People who might actually want to book you. People who might actually want to do business with you. Okay. So you're never going to get as many true views as overall views. So you may get 10,000 views. And in some cases, my clients do get 10,000 views. But did 10,000 views trigger anything else? Did you see an uptick in people subscribing? Did you see an uptick in people inquiring? Did you see an uptick in people DMing you? Yeah. So it isn't about views as much as it is true views. Views that actually lead to a sale, views that actually lead to an appointment, views that actually lead to a lead. Somebody you can contact, have a conversation with, reach out to, who's willing to do something with you that allows you to make a great living. So right about now, it's really about making sure that what we do well, we focus on. That we play to our strengths, and that we don't get out here and try to do new stuff and creative stuff with these last 15 days. Do the things that you know work. Now, once you get those things up and running and consistent, and you know what's working and what's not working, then here's the next thing. Then you have to start again. You hear me say this all the time. You don't, but the people who are winning, let's put it like that. The people who are winning this holiday season, they have built a community. Okay. Now, community is just a fancy word for people that they have conversations with on a regular basis. That's all community is. People who are in one place that they can send an email to, that they can post something to, that they can DM, that they can reach out to and conversate with about what's going on within their business, and how what's going on within their business can help them achieve whatever it is that they're trying to achieve. Softer skin, thinner body, more financial success, greater vacation, more adoration and love from the people around you, the fulfillment of your dreams. They've created community. But again, community is just a fancy word for people you can have a conversation with. Your friends group is a community. Your coworkers are a community. The people you go to church with are a community. The people you're friends with online are a community. The people in your phone are a community. So the successful people, the people who are really winning, the people who are really doing numbers, have a community of people they can reach out to. And they reach out to them. Again, I got a client right now who's up 400%. And she's been doing exactly what we're talking about right now, leveraging her community. Leveraging the girl that she know down at the boutique, leveraging the people that she know from work, leveraging the people that have seen her online, leveraging the people who liked and commented, because they're interacting with her, and now she's interacting with them. She's not waiting until she gets her subscription service up. She's not waiting to come up with some fancy name. She's just literally getting online and having conversations. She's going to people, pulling up on them, having conversations. She's seeing people in the break room, having conversations. Just like you would do if you were selling Girl Scout cookies, or if your daughter was selling any of those other candy-covered nuts or any of that stuff. You'd be having conversations and reaching out to people and saying, girl, my daughter trying to win a trip to the Girl Scout Olympics. I don't know if that's a real thing or not, but still, you'd reach out to who? Your community. Same thing here. Community, community, community. So those people who are commenting and liking, reach out to them. Tell them thank you for reaching out. Ask them if there was anything in particular that you could do to help them. So that when it comes time to ask for some money, and when it comes time to ask for a sale or ask for a referral, that you've actually been nurturing these relationships, and you don't come off as a user. You don't come off as somebody who is just trying to get their money. Instead, you come off as somebody who's actually offering something that could help them, who's had enough conversations with them to know where they need help, who's been a part of their lives, who's built up trust, who's built up a level of respect to where they know that if you are approaching them about something that is serious and is real, that you're just not just a person who pops up here and there and here, like, well, my girl selling this stuff, I want you to buy it. They know that you actually care about them. The reason I get on here each and every day is so people know that I care. The reason I give away information and I give away tips is so people know that I care. That it's not just about $1. That it's not just about buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, but that it's really about me wanting to see the best for you, the best for your family, see you fulfill your dreams, ensure your legacy, have a legacy literally that people can't steal or take away. And because I know your talents and because I know that you got great products and you just really don't know how to talk about them, I'm willing to extend an olive branch to you and say, hey, man, here's some stuff that maybe you could do this holiday season or any other season to help you come up with the money you need to pay your bills, to make you a sought after guest for people because your success is so phenomenal and uncommon. So that you could actually become someone that real business owners respect. Because the truth of the matter is you're already smart enough. You're already popular enough. Because you've been doing whatever you're doing for some company and making them millions of dollars. And if you just stepped out of that even part-time, you could actually do the same thing and get paid much more money to do it. Imagine what it'd be like if you weren't making $25 an hour and you were making $175 or $155 after you take away whatever overhead or bills or money that you got going out back to investors. Imagine if you could double or triple your income just simply by cutting out the middleman called job. How cool would that be? That if instead of getting the 25 or 35 for your services, that you are able to now bill yourself and get 75, and then take the rest and pay bills, take the rest and hire more people, take the rest and pay back the people who invested, take the rest and bank it just in case something happens like COVID, or something else happens in your family. Because obviously, even though we're business owners and even though we have entrepreneurial dreams, we still sons and daughters and husbands and wives, and we got responsibilities. More than likely anybody watching this, some of the money that you're going to get from these sales, that money's going to go to help your family. That money's going to go to buy gifts. That money's going to go to keep heat on. That money's going to go to buy groceries. So for me, it's less about my legacy or any notoriety. It's more about, man, I don't want to see people go hungry. There's nothing worse than sitting down with a client who used to work with somebody else and that person stole from them, or that person misrepresented themselves or misrepresented what they could do for them and charged them a lot of money. And now they're sitting in front of you literally in tears because they're so embarrassed and so ashamed and so angry and so frustrated because they feel taken advantage of. And now you have to try to, help them overcome their fear of trying again, but then also ensure them and reassure them that this time is going to be different. But again, this time of year, reach out to your community, reach out to your network, reach out to the people that you know already like and trust you, and be clear in the message that you're sending. Be very clear in the message that you're sending. Be very clear about what your ask is. Be very careful and choose words that they can't get misconstrued, so that you know what it is that you're saying is actually what they're hearing. Because a lot of times we rely on the pictures. We rely on sales pictures. We rely on pictures of product. We rely on pictures because we think in our mind a picture's worth 1,000 words. But are those pictures telling your client what they need to know in order to do business with you? You know, the words you choose during this holiday season are going to be important because that's what people remember. That's what people repeat. You know, we use words to describe the thing. You know, how did he look? He was tall. You know, so now we use a word that creates a picture. So the words you choose and use right now are extremely important. So reach out to your community. Make sure you're clear in the communication. Not just that it's on sale, but exactly what is it? Here's what you're going to get for your money. Here's when it's going to come. Here's how it's going to come. Here's what you can expect once you get it. Here's how you use it. Then start talking about the cost. You know, but people have to know what it is first. If it's a coaching course that does what? A coaching course that solves what problem? You know, are there any people who've used the course in the past, and how did they use it? Because when a person comes to your site, when a person comes to your page, when a person comes and watches your content, they have something in mind that they're trying to achieve. You know, if you're someone who does weight loss or body sculpting, there's a body in that person who's watching that video. There's a body in their mind like, okay, I want to look like this. So now, are you talking to them in that way? Or are you just saying, buy my stuff? Because again, we reaching out to our network. And if they were just our friends, we wouldn't talk to them like that. So why are we talking to customers like that? You know, we were talking to our friends. We'd be like, girl, you know, you take this stuff, woo, in about 3 weeks, you be ready to go. You be snatched and ready for the holidays. Girl, all you got to do is put it on your belly and rub it. So why, when we start talking to customers, do we skip over all this rapport building? You know, because I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. If somebody calls you with something that you don't want or you don't want to hear or you're not interested in, how likely are you to listen? How long are you to listen? How likely are you to pick up the phone? Yeah. So again, reach out to your network. Make sure you're talking about what your network wants to hear and needs to hear, and that you're communicating that clearly. You know, then when you tell the story about how you've helped other clients, that it's clear. You know, when you talk about what you're asking them, it is clear. Because if it doesn't make sense, it will not make money. It's that simple. If they walk away more confused, it won't make money. So again, man, with 16 days left, and off the top, first of all, you need to know where you are. Am I up? Am I down? Number two, you need to know what's working, what's not working. Number three, once you know what's working, you need to do more of that and do less of the thing that's not working. Number four, you need to reach out to your network. Your network, your community are just simply the people you know that you can have a conversation with. Community is just a big fancy word. Number five, you just need to make sure that whatever you're saying that is easy to understand. Not long and drawn out, not a whole bunch of big words, not all about you, but about what it is that they're getting in exchange for their money and how what they're exchanging their money for is going to solve their problem. That is going to help them achieve their goal. That's the basics. That's as simple as I can make it. So again, we only got 16 days left. And you could do nothing, and you could just hope it turns out however it turns out, and maybe you're okay with that. But for the people who aren't, make sure that you reach out to that community, because your community at this point, they need to know, hey man, here's a place that still got gifts. Here's a place that still got oils. Here's a place that still got um, sweaters or hoodies or t-shirts or Timbs or boots or whatever it is they're buying. So just letting them know that there's some stuff available will help. Now, and if you can then say, hey man, we'll drop it off. Here, we'll put it to the side for you. Here, you can pay with your credit card just so you can make it a little bit easier for them. Now you start to separate yourself from the crowd. Yeah. You still got inventory. You're willing to take a payment over the phone. You're willing to deliver it. Are all things that'll make it easier over these last 16 days. So get out there, get involved, even if you got to do it afraid, because for a lot of people, this is a crossroads moment. Either they're going to do something that's going to help their business grow, or they're probably going to be out of business. And if they're not out of business, they're probably going to have to go in their pocket, or they're probably going to have some tough conversations with some people about why they got to let them go or why they can't pay them, which is then going to affect their reputation in these streets, because now you become the person who bounces checks. Now you become the person that people don't want to work with because you don't pay. And how does a person who has that kind of reputation then become a business owner that other people admire? How does that person become the person that gets to stand up in front of the whole chamber and give a talk? How does that person then become someone who people want to invest money in? See, a lot of times, the person with the great reputation, grant money just walks its way over to them and says, hey, how you doing? We want to invest in you. The person that's doing the right thing and communicating the clear message of why they are valuable to the community or why they're valuable to people who are in a certain situation, they attract people who want to invest in people who then have the same goals as they do. If you're doing a great job with seniors, people who want to help seniors will then come to you because you're already doing a great job. But again, it's Monday. This was just a quick one. It was kind of off the cuff. I didn't really have time to prepare. Maybe I'll come back tomorrow or later in the week and share some more. But for right now, man, just look and see what you did over the weekend. Okay. Was it good? Was it bad? Where was it good? What did we sell? Okay. And if you got stuff left over, I'm gonna go 3 more minutes. Okay. Check it out, guys. If you have inventory, whether it's online or off, that's not moving, bundle it with products that are moving. So if you got a hoodie that's cracking, that's jumping out the store, find a hat that matches it. Find some sweatpants that match it. Find some gloves. Create an outfit around the hoodie. Why? Because this time of year, people ain't trying to go to 3, 4, 5 places. So if you got the hoodie that everybody wants and it's black, man, grab the black Scully, grab the black Nike gloves or whatever kind of gloves they are. Grab the pants that look nice with it. Put that thing together and let the hoodie be the thing that makes them buy the other 3 or 4 things. If you got butters and candles and the candles are moving slow, put the two together. And call it a relaxation pack. Because people this time of year, they're impulse buying, they rushing, and they don't want to go multiple places. So if you say, hey, is 3 of these enough? No, let me get 4. But if you say it's 1 enough, then they'll say what? Yeah, let me get 2. So now you cheated yourself out of 2 more. So this time of year, the bundling is extremely important. Go through your inventory, figure out what pieces of inventory are really moving, and then stick other stuff with it that goes with it or kind of is adjacent to it, so that you can then get the rub-off effect, because people are just going to run through the store and grab it. You know, always go back to one holiday season. I had this rack of sweatsuits, two colors. People kept coming in because they were looking for sweatsuits for their boyfriend. And I realized, man, let me go grab these two shoes that match these sweatsuits. So now instead of selling an $89 sweatsuit, I was selling an $89 sweatshirt and a $125 shoe. And of course, along the way, I was picking up a t-shirt that goes under it and a pair of matching socks that goes with it. I mean, how you gonna get the man a sweatsuit and some socks, but you're not gonna get him a t-shirt to go under? How you gonna get him a sweatsuit and some shoes and not get him a socks and a t-shirt to go under it? You know. And if we would have had a hat, I would have threw that hat with it too. So now instead of having an $89 sale, I had a $389 sale. You know, because people are coming in, they need it fast. They're not looking all over the place. They're looking for something right now. Quick, 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 quick. I got to get back to work. Quick, quick, quick. I got to put this in the mail to my son. Quick, quick, quick. So make it easy for your customers to get what they need by bundling the stuff up, by putting stuff together that goes together so that they can walk out of there ready to go. You know, because now, even if you don't have a lot of customers, but you got really big sales for the customers you have, it's a good day. And if somebody buys something they really love and it went quick, they're more than likely to tell somebody else, which then gives you another customer that you didn't have to work for. So again, we're going to bundle up the hot thing with the not so hot thing because we know people want the hot thing. We're going to make sure that the thing that we're selling, that we've got all the things around it that would make a good pack, a good bundle, a bigger sale because it meets the needs of the people. Or you could do nothing, man. And you could just see what happens. I don't know what you would gain from that, but that is your choice. You get to choose. But for the people who've chosen to try to win this holiday season, for the people who've chosen to be in this entrepreneur game, you need big sales. And sometimes you got to piece together a big sale. And when you piece together a big sale, not only does it help you with the merchandise that's hot, but it helps you get rid of some of that other merchandise that you would have otherwise had to discount or take a loss on. And for people who are in it to win it, they can't afford to take no losses. So again, happy holidays. We're 16 days left. As always, man, it's your business big bro, SaDon Long, aka the most dangerous man in marketing, telling you he loves you and have a great day. Taking no shorts, no losses, man.